Feliz Año Nuevo. So here I am headed to work, and it's actually a really beautiful crisp morning here. There is obviously zero traffic on the road. I was given the option. My work contacted me and said, hey, do you want to go to work on New Year's Day? And I said, sure, why not? I don't know if I get any extra. It's not much. It's a couple of bucks an hour. But I said, sure. My work feels like play because I really love what I do. And so the worst part actually is just trying to get to my location. It's a little bit of a drive from my house, and usually after 3 days, it's usually the drive and the traffic and everything that has exhausted me more than the actual work itself. And so I'm very fortunate that I do have an opportunity to do something that I love. I'm fairly well compensated for it at this time. I have a very flexible schedule. The people I work with and for are great, and I get to also fit in my time to continue with my studies. So that's kind of, and trying to get my YouTube content out. So I did want to know from New York Dan, if you're watching this video, I don't know if you're going to watch this one or not, I did want to know what was the microphone that you were using, because you were out there in some pretty heavy wind the other day, and it sounded awesome. It didn't sound like it looked like just a nice little one, and I have been looking, and I've looked at the roads, and I know they're great, but I don't think I produce enough content to require that level of sound production. So I am very curious to know what microphone you were using, and if it pairs with an iPhone. So I have a busy day today. Obviously I'm headed to work. I've been out for a week with my classes, with it being the holiday. I don't think last year we had that, and I don't know if it was because we were coming so close to the end of our classes. I'm not sure, but I just remember I don't remember having a distinct Christmas break the way that we did this year. Like this year they actually gave us a full week where we weren't expected to be posting and doing things. And I want to say last year they didn't worry about that stuff. It was like maybe closed for a day, but they didn't close it like between Christmas and the New Year. And so I don't know what changed, but I'm glad they did, because I think everybody needs to get a little time off around the holidays, and it was nice. So Junebug had a pretty rough night of it last night, and she was in the shower and upset, and we had a combination of fairly heavy rain, which is why it's so beautiful today, and we also had the fireworks, the firecrackers, as we would say in the UK, popping off. Not too many because of the rain, but the rain was pretty heavy. So the combination of the two, just the few that went off and then the rain, were enough to send my poor dog trembling into the shower. And I stayed up just to about midnight, and then I passed out very shortly. I was in bed already. I was pretty much winding down, knowing I have to get up pretty early in the morning, and so I also kind of was staying up because I knew Junebug would start to get upset, and so I wanted to make sure that I would be there to comfort her a little bit, which just means she wants to run to the shower. So that was our New Year's Eve, and so with her being so petrified, I think a lot of people who own dogs can appreciate nights that have these types of sound displays and light displays are not our dogs' favorites, and so we will be at the home with our pets often, and I'd rather be home with them, making sure that they are okay, than trying to be at a party somewhere. Those days are long gone. I'm not worried about that now. I'd much rather like grab a breakfast with a friend and do that than get in all the revelry of the new year. So there used to be a time I thought I used to want to be up at some big party in Times Square or somewhere like that, but no, not really. So I did want to take the time to make sure that I just continue to thank everybody in the community. And I think I'm going to be postponing the award show that I had written about in my community post a little bit further out, because I am going to take, and I'm hoping others will join me, and I'm just going to call it Dry January. And so I'm going to have a Dry January in regards to certain content, and I know that's going to make some people sad. Now, the only time I will not be dry is when I will let everybody know what the conclusion is to the striking of my channel. Since we obviously had to go through a holiday period, of which we went through 2 big holiday days, including today, which is a federal holiday, it means that the number of days, and they always count them as business days, become extended. So it's not actually, it seems like it's been a lot of time since it happened, but it really in reality has not even been 2 weeks. It's just that 2 weeks in the world of YouTube is a whole nother niche that has been created, or a whole nother topic that may have been covered by reaction channels, and they have maybe moved on to the next topic. And so I think we need to start moving into other topics and looking at other things. And so I'm very curious to know what type of interest, if anybody's seen anybody that they have said, oh wow, I don't know about this particular individual and what they're doing. Because I'm always looking for somebody who's an interesting character to maybe start to see how they are using the internet. And I think we're going to see some really interesting things in 2025. I have no idea what's going to happen. But I do want to make sure I'm continuing, obviously, with this channel and with this community. And I'm just so appreciative of everybody and their support. January the 21st is going to be, I believe that was the date, is a really significant date to me and this channel, and my having stepped back from full-time nursing and just having gone through a lot. 2024 was a very interesting year. It had really some very, very big lows at the very start of the year with some highs mixed into it. And so I think I just want to make sure that I thank everybody for their continued support and their comments and just joining in with the lives and having a lot of fun with me and loving to learn, because that has really been something of an inspiration to me and has meant that I've wanted to keep growing this channel and finding ways to bring fun and more interesting content, obviously within the constraints of what I'm able to do professionally, and also what I would be able to do time-wise. I promise you, we would all love to have great script writers and doing things, but sometimes overly produced content can fall flat as well. So I think it's there has to be like a level of drama involved. I think that's what kind of keeps everybody intrigued, even if it's not, it's the drama that comes around it. And so, like I said, I will come back and address that particular topic in this dry January month. But I'm excited for 2025. I have a busy day today. When I get home from work, it's going to probably be pretty decent time home. I do need to get to the stores, so I'm hoping that things are open, though I hope people are also getting a day off. It's kind of bittersweet. I want people to be able to relax, enjoy their holidays, but I also realize I have no food in the house and I need to take care of things. I also have a lot of schoolwork to start getting completed. This week's going to be really, really busy. So I know that probably for me, I will be getting probably a piece of content out, but it's going to be a brand deal. And obviously I know how people feel when creators come out with their brand deals and show their videos and so forth. But these actual things of things that I think are good. And considering this time of year and people trying to maintain their health, this one I felt was really, really apropos, as you could say. And so I'm going to be working on the editing of that this evening. I filmed everything yesterday, and my goodness, it took a little bit of time. And so I just need to sit down and start to edit and put it all together. I really need to get that out for my client, and I have some other things that I need to finish in regards to that, and I kind of not been being able to finish those because I've been doing other content because it was the end of the year and obviously it was a lot of fun. But I think this month, like I said, we're going to be drawing on that, and I am not sure what we'll do moving forward. We'll kind of take a poll with the community and see what's going to happen. I'm going to try to see what's going to happen with going live. I love going live. I know that I do need to kind of really focus on getting things done with my school over the next few weeks. This is like, I really need to buckle down and focus on that. I kind of hadn't focused as much as I should be due to just having a lot of fun with the channel over the last month, and obviously it being the December period, and YouTube kind of makes it fun. So I think you'll probably see I'm going to have less content. If I can get a microphone, I don't really like to drive and talk. I've been choosing these days just because they are quiet days and there was no traffic. Like, there was just zero traffic on the road. Gosh, I wish it was like this every day I drove. And I don't like to drive and talk, which is why you can see me looking really forward and not looking at this camera, because I do not like it. And we had heavy police presence this morning on the roads. So I hope everybody is keeping well. I do not really make resolutions, but I did make this particular resolution for January. So I hope people will join me in this resolution, and maybe we'll see what happens and if we're able to bring away some traction, and see if it's just a lot of bot views, bot subs, you know. Anyway, that's all I want to say because it's dry. All right, guys. Happy New Year 2025. And once again, thank you for continuing to stay with me in this community. And I can't wait to keep going forward with it. And look out for my new video with my brand deal. The only reason I'm saying it, I don't mean to stop and interrupt, is because Junebug shows up at the end. And it's so cute. So if you want to see at least Junebug, I don't tend to chapter things because it's a lot of time, and I am a one-woman operation on everything, whether it comes to paying my bills, taking care of my home technology, my dog, my work, my school, my food, my cleaning, my laundry, my YouTube channel. You name it, it's me. And I'm sure those who are in a similar position to me can feel it. So, all right, guys, this has already got long enough. Happy 2025 and welcome to Dry January.